Very good evening to all the students, faculties, coordinators from the colleges who have joined for today's session. I would request the faculties and the students to inform the friends to join in quickly so that we would be shortly starting the session. This would be a final call for all the students to inform the peers and fellow friends to join in quickly so that we would be starting the session at 7:05 p.m. A warm welcome to the principal, HOD, directors, faculties, and your students who have joined in for today's 30-hour student development program on campus CRT Campus Placements starting today, 9th March. The sessions would be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So before we could get into the session, let me give you a quick walkthrough of who we are, ExcelR. ExcelR founded in 2013 by IIM ISB alumni Mr. Ram Tawar, having its headquarters in USA. So far, through our everyday learning program, we have trained 8 lakh plus students and professionals. We also cater to the training needs of individuals, institutions, and industries. What sets us apart is our premium associations with iHub Divya Sampark, Skill APSSDC, APSHE, IIT Madras, Pravartak, KMDC, BITS Pilani, Hyderabad, and we have our courses approved on the NASCOM and Future Skill Prime. And as well on the Swayam Plus, we have BFSI, ESSI, the recently signed and associated skill development bodies. Through a decade of training excellence, we have delivered training to faculties close to 80,000 plus, students 8 lakh plus, constantly conducting webinars, seminar, workshops at colleges close to 1,000 plus, on the technical training programs close to 30 plus technical courses, and we have strong association with 2,000 plus academy partners, 5,000 plus placement partners. So through our everyday learning program, we have students from engineering, degree, and others close to 8 lakh plus, and faculties again from the engineering, degree, and other categories. So for today's training program, we have students registered from Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, and other states. And we have students from Bachelor in Engineering, Masters in Computer Application, Degree, MBA, and other streams as well. So what is our everyday learning? Through our everyday learning program, we provide application and industry-oriented training programs for faculties and students. Through these training programs, the learners get complete hands-on training on the trending technologies, and also we support the college to fulfill their NAC and NBA requirements. So as a learner, all that you will have to do is register in the given link, attend the courses regularly, fill in the attendance and the feedback form. Once your attendance is above 70%, you would be receiving the participation certificate for the training program which you're attending. For queries, you can also reach out to the given email ID and the contact number which is given here. So through our EDL, we give other offerings as well. That is, we conduct frequently industry webinars, sign MOUs with the college, conduct faculty development program as per the requirements of the college. And all of our training programs happen through our learning management system tool. And the learner who enrolls or registers for these programs will also be able to experience the past event training programs, assignments, assessments, and also prepare for their campus recruitment training and coding challenge sessions as well. So this is how our LMS would look like. The moment you register, you would be given the login credentials. You would receive an automated mail from our backend team with the login credentials. You can log in into this LMS system, and you would be able to see the upcoming training programs and also the current training which you would be joining in. So moving forward, you would have to register and start logging in through the LMS to access the training program. So through our everyday learning program, in conducting SDPs, that is Student Development Program, so far 60 plus SDPs, and constantly participating colleges are 2,000 plus, enrolled students are 8 lakh plus. And these are the most popular programs which we have delivered under the Student Development Program. DSA for campus placements, ChatGPT, Generative AI, Advanced Excel, Salesforce, Python, SQL, artificial intelligence, mobile app development, and many more. These are few for your references. Similarly, under the faculty development program, we have conducted 45 plus faculty development program. Constantly participating colleges are 1,519. Enrolled faculties under this training program is 80,000 plus. And the most popular training programs delivered under faculty development program are AI, Gen AI, deep learning, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, data analytics using Power BI, Tableau, cybersecurity, and many more. As said, the learner who continuously attends the everyday learning program will be awarded with the certificate of participation as given here. The student development program at the left top and bottom right, we have the faculty development program certificate. These are some of our training programs which we have delivered in the past and the certificates which we have issued to the students and the faculties. I would also like to highlight some of our recent engagements which we have done in the past, like data analytics using Minitab tool, where a training which was conducted at IIT Roorkee for research scholars, faculties, and students. This one at Hyderabad, that is BITS Pilani, Hyderabad campus. Students reached out to us for Power BI and machine learning training. This is a skill up training program, skill up for final years, completely curated model for the final year engineering student. And it is a 5 subject module where it is 240 hours of campus recruitment training with placement assistance, which was given in the uh, uh, last year with coding skills, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills, resume and LinkedIn profile building, and also tips and techniques to ace through group discussion and personal interview. This was jointly in collaboration with iHub Divya Sampar. So a complete of 550,000 plus registrations had participated for this Skill Up Final Year program. And the eligible participant, that is through number of assessments and assignments completed, were only awarded, through which only 5,200 plus students received this prestigious certificate from iHub Divya Sampar, joint body of IIT Roorkee and Government of India Department of Science and Technology. And we had received maximum registration from Andhra Pradesh through APSSDC. Close to 10,150 engineering students attended this online skill up program. So these are some of our student development and faculty development program, which we have conducted in the past. So without much further ado, let me take you through the student development program on campus recruitment training, campus placements. So I take the privilege to honor our distinguished guest for today, Dr. Ravi Gujjula, Chief Industry Connect and Skill Development, ICFI Hyderabad, a distinguished PhD graduate from IIT Hyderabad in computational fluid dynamics. He blends over 15 plus years of corporate experience with a decade of academic and administrative excellence. A former chairman of Board of Studies at KL University and a principal in AP, he excels in skill development, establishing centers of excellence and strengthening industry academia collaborations to make graduates industry ready. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Yeah. Hi, Nitya. Thank you very much for giving my intro. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening, all respected the co-speakers who joined today, and the faculty members and the ExcelR team, and the dear students who registered for this CRT training today. So, on behalf of ICFI Group, I extend a very warm welcome to you all for this 30 hours student development program on campus recruitment training, which will be helpful for students to crack campus placements while they are attending for recruitment. So this program, I think, next 15 days, this training initiative where students will engage learning this quantitative aptitude and the group discussions and resume building. So basically, the ExcelR team they curated this program in the primary objective of this initiative is basically to enhance the employability skills of students and prepare them exclusively for campus recruitment process. So you know that today the campus uh, recruitment today corporate world is highly competitive, constantly evolving, and companies are not only looking for academic knowledge, but also they are looking for analytical thinking, communication skills, problem solving ability, real world problem solving, and how one can provide a solution in typical situations with professional confidence. Therefore, it is essential for students to develop a balanced combination of technical skills and aptitude skills and interpersonal competency, how to work in a team also essentially required who are going to work with these MNC companies. So keeping in this mind, this program has been carefully designed in these six competency modules. The quantitative aptitude, you are well familiar with this 8th class to 10th class mathematics, where the number system, percentages, and ratios. So that's well already you are well familiar on this training. They are teach you to shortcuts and then to overcome uh, in solving of this number game. And logical reasoning and critical thinking, the verbal ability, grammar, and comprehension is very important for to take up any campus recruitment test. So technical fundamentals and programming, problem solving also these trainers are going to touch upon the basic fundamentals of programming that will be helpful for you in taking off Infosys and TCS, Capgemini, national-wide recruitment process, online testing. This communication skills and professional development that will be helpful for you to appear in front of interviewer, HR interview, where you can effectively communicate what kind of knowledge you have in front of them. That will be helpful for you. And also the module they included resume building and interview preparation, mock placement assessments that will help you to boost your confidence to crack the campus placements. So here I would like to sincerely thanks ExcelR team to coming up these kind of uh, initiative for particularly for final year students and free final year students in a everyday learning program from 7 to 9, and these expertise they will help them to crack the campus placements. So dear students, here in this program is a wonderful opportunity for you to encourage each one of you to actively participate, practice consistently, and utilize this guidance provided by the expert trainer. So that will be helpful for you. Your commitment, enthusiasm during these sessions will significantly contribute to the career readiness and the campus placements where you are going to attend. You are some few of are already attending, and few students are already ready to take up the campus placements. So before I conclude, nowadays the recruitment process is changing a lot. Accordingly, you need to prepare to grab the campus placement opportunity. So recently today also when we discussion with one of the company in partner with E and Y, Rickets, there is a global capability centers which are this company, UK based company established recently in Hyderabad. So they are looking for fresh engineering graduates with good complex problem solving and also basic fundamental programming. They need hundreds of people to work in their global capability centers in Hyderabad. So basically, you are no doubt about it. You have a good academic knowledge, but in addition to that academic knowledge, you need to be thorough yourself on this campus recruitment training fundamentals, starting from quantitative aptitude to critical reasoning, communication skills, mock interviews. Basically, the interviewer, when I was a software engineer, when we used to visit the campus, we'll see that 5 minutes of interview, just only uh, their confidence, their ability to take up new assignments, how this guy can sustain in complex situations, consistency. So these four parameters are very, very important. So that's where the curriculum, the module XLR team incorporated to cover all these programs. Uh, that will be helpful for you. And at last, I wish all participants a very productive learning experience over next 15 days. So I hope your skills, confidence, and knowledge required to succeed in your campus placements, that will be helpful for this training. And I thanks all the students who are actively participated, registered from ICFI group, more than 200 students. I think this will be helpful for you to take up campus recruitment test, whatever it may be across pan India. That will be helpful for you. So once again, welcome all the participants. This inaugural program, student development program on campus recruitment training by ExcelR team. Thank you very much for giving an opportunity to say a few words about for students to motivate. Once again, thanks to ExcelR team, and wish you all the best for the students. Thank you, Nitya. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ravi Gujjula, sir. Through your busy traveling schedule, also you have taken time for our students to share a few inspiring and valuable thoughts based on the discussions which you had today with the recruiters. So that is very nice of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let me call upon our next dignitary for today's evening, Dr. Pratap Singh Malik, Director, Training and Placement, Guru Jambeshwar University of Science and Technology. Sir has done his MCA from Punjab University, Chandigarh, and has 14 plus years in the industry, being a senior research engineer at Center of Development of Telematics, New Delhi, Government of India organization, and currently serving as a director, placement officer at Guru Jambeshwar University, Science and Technology since 2016, and also leading student placement industry engagement initiatives. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Nitya, for inviting me in this very effective and very impactful talk. And this program is really very important for all the students who have made up their minds to attend this program with full dedication. And I am very thankful to whole XLR team that they have come up with this initiative, because all of us know this fact very well that we in India are having two major USPs. One is democracy starting with D, and second is demography starting with D. So when we talk about demography, it means we are having the largest youth population in our country. But until unless we make this entire youth population employable, so we are not able to reap upon this USP. And when we see the scenario in colleges and universities, so we are able to see that there is a big gap between the syllabus which is taught to our students and the requirements of employability. And I think this gap always exists. It is very difficult and next to impossible to finish this gap. But yes, and the initiatives like the CRT and other initiatives done by universities or colleges or organizations like ExcelR, and those initiatives are basically meant for bridging this gap which is between academia and employability. And because I have served in industry for more than 14 years, and from last 10 years I am in this placement and student employability domain. So I understand this fact that we are not having the problem of unemployment in our country, but we are having the problem of non-employability in our country. And for addressing this problem of non-employability, we have to work on both the directions. Firstly, like colleges and universities like ours, they should develop such programs through which students can inculcate these virtues of employability. Because today AI has, you can say, come up, and AI is coming in each and every era of everything. So in these days, I think that soft skills and communication skills have become more important. Although these have been important always for employability skills, but now when this AI can replace your technical knowledge, or it can replace your coding skills, then communication skills are the most important part, which can't be replaced by AI or any machine, because it requires the team's work, it requires the creativity, it requires the, you can say, emotional quotient. So all these things are basically required in communication skills. So in this emerging AI time, we have to, as a students, we have to work on our communication skills a lot. So, in addition to that, we have to have our strong presence on LinkedIn, so that we are having a very good and impactful professional network, which is going to help us in many directions. And one more thing, that we have to work on certification trainings, as you have also mentioned that a lot of certificate training programs are being offered and being imparted by organizations like ExcelR. So students should make full utilization of all such efforts, and they should basically do the as maximum certification programs as possible. And yes, problem solving skills, these are the, you can say, need of the hour, because again, this is also like going to be the USP of human brain, that we are having this problem solving skills, or how to solve the problems which are very complex. We have to break up those problems, and we have to solve those problems. And that's why all big recruiters are looking for this very, you can say, ability, that whether students are able to solve the problems, like, or their analytical skills are there or not, or their problem solving skills are there or not. So these are the main virtues which are sought, which are looked in candidates for campus hiring. So I appeal to all the students that and they should start working on all these things. They should start working on their communication. They should start working on getting the certification trainings more and more. And they should also work on like projects, because when we work on projects, when we work on real, you can say, real life problems, then we learn a lot. Otherwise, just you can say, cramming the chapters is not going to serve the purpose. And again, we also have to work on skills like managing our own time, because we see that today's generation is, you can say, is affected by the over use of mobile, or you can say screen time has gone up. So we have to be very cautious about our screen time, and we should not waste our time in any activities which are useless. Rather, we should work on acquiring these employability skills, because these employability skills are those which are basically going to make us, or you can say, which are going to keep us relevant in this competitive world. So, without taking much time, again, I appreciate the efforts of XLR, and I'm happy that like this initiative is being appreciated by the students as well, and they are attending this program with full zeal, full vigor, full enthusiasm. And I'm very, very hopeful that this program is going to be very successful in its letter and spirit. Thank you, and again, thanks a lot for inviting me in this talk.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words and valuable guidance. We sincerely appreciate you taking the time and sharing your experience and wisdom with us today, sir. So let me call upon our next dignitary, Professor Manisha B. Sonawane, Assistant Professor, HOD of CSE, KK Wag Arts, Commerce and Science College. She has expertise in programming and databases, published research in cybersecurity, social network privacy, and actively participated in faculty development program, workshops, and seminars. She also serves as a training placement officer, program coordinator, NAC criteria in charge, and university examiner. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Just 1 minute.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, we are not able to hear you. You're not audible. Shushmita, could you please confirm?
Yes, ma'am. We are just checking on.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Respected team from ExcelR, the trainer, and all the students joining this program. First of all, I would like to thank ExcelR for inviting me to speak in this student development program on CRT Campus Placement organized in collaboration with ExcelR and Ideal Everyday Learning. In today's competitive world, having only academic knowledge is not enough to succeed in campus placements. Students needs additional skills such as aptitude, communication skills, resume preparation, and confidence in group discussion. This training program has been specially designed to help students develop these important skills. These 30-hour programs conducted over the next 15 days will provide valuable guidance and practical knowledge that will help students prepare for interviews and placement opportunities. It is a great chance for all of you to improve your abilities and become more confident about your future careers. Dear students, I encourage you to actively participate in every session, learn from the trainers, and make the of most of these opportunities. Do not attain this program only for the certificate, but attain the goal to improve your skills and building your futures. My simple message all of you is use these 15 days properly, attend every session, practice regularly, and ask questions whenever you have doubts. The problem and knowledge skills you gain here will help you in your campus placement and future careers. I appreciate ExcelR for organizing such a useful program for students. I wish you all participants great success in their futures, learning, and future careers. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your encouraging words and valuable insights. Now, let me call upon our expert for the training program, which is going to start today, Mr. Anand K, subject matter expert, senior technical trainer, and assistant professor in computer science at Parul University. He is the founder of Sugarcoat Robo, a robotics consultancy that develops robotics kits and conducts STEM workshops to promote hands-on learning in robotics and innovation. He specializes in machine learning, artificial intelligence, computer vision, and robotics with expertise in tools and technologies such as Python, TensorFlow, OpenCV, and data science frameworks. A warm welcome to you, Mr. Anand.
Okay. Namaste to all of you, and I extend a warm welcome to all the participants from students to faculties to all of the senior dignitaries here on behalf of ExcelR. Again, I extend this warm welcome to all of you. And yes, my other compatriots, they have given excellent information about as to how we are, as students, we need to focus on how to take care of your career skills with respect to the current scenarios available in the market. And what I can add upon to that is that I strongly feel these days every other student should think themselves as universal students, not just, they can't think about themselves as local to national level students and all that. I think with the world of technology sweeping over the entire world, I think every other individual, no matter whichever the domain that they are in, right from management to even law, even commerce, business administration, you name it. You talk about even any science-based undergraduate courses to any engineering courses, we just can't ignore technology. Literally speaking, every other domain in the world is getting techno-based. For example, every other banks in anywhere in the world, I mean, they can't operate without technology. So I always call these days banks as fintechs because they manage finance with technology. So just can't ignore it. But now, as we talk over here, the education sector, it's almost every other educational institutions. It's becoming edtech, as simple as that. So we can't just ignore technology at all. So having said this loud and clear, everybody should be focusing more on upskilling themselves with techno skills as well, no doubt about it. Okay, though we are going to focus these 30 hours majorly into aptitude because that forms the base of thinking skills levels and all that. So, and we can't ignore that as well because every other organization these days, their preliminary round of screening process starts with aptitude skills. So just can't ignore it. So I'm just moving on. I hope all of the participants are pretty much aware about the whole of the expectations of the corporate world, where people want to take up their career and all that. There's a major trend from the bulk recruiters of India, or even you call it as MNCs. Slowly they're moving away from campus recruitment hiring to nationwide. Okay, they have assessments, nationwide assessments to filter candidates and to lay their hands on pan-India level talent and take up the right candidates and all that. This shift has been like slowly, I mean, it started to progress from the year 2016-17 onwards towards nationwide screening process for engineering grads big time. And of course, others as well, slowly others are catching up now. So it's all TCS, which started initially, Tata Consultancy Group, as services, I'm sorry. So others just followed suit like Accenture, Cognizant Technologies, etc. Many others are following now. So this trend of nationwide recruitment, okay, is really catching up soon. And slowly, eventually, you will also observe another trend setting in that's called as internship-based hiring process and all that. So you guys could have heard about so many companies these days are willing to take interns, and they also pay handsomely if you do really well. And so it's all up to you guys how well you can skill up yourselves, match with the industry standards, and compete with the best of the lot out there, and have your say on it. Okay, so this program is carefully designed to make sure that you guys get a very good idea and a working knowledge about certain core skills which can be so important for you guys to go crack up any interview. That's what we plan. I mean, any screening process to interview and all that. That's what we plan to do. For example, if we talk about resume writing, we have to keep in mind about ATS. Okay, so it has to be an ATS friendly resume these days because every other major companies, they have ATS as a tool that they use to screen profiles. So we'll definitely go through all of those important learnings and all that. So my first point is, have this in mind that you are a global student and you need to have global skills as well. When I say global, worldwide skills. You can even employ it in any other country. I'm talking about developed country as well. So such skills is what we're focusing on. Though it sounds traditional like aptitude skills, under that we have to look into certain core skills such as critical thinking to critical reasoning skills, how to arrive to conclusions, all of that. Okay, we'll slowly look into it a little later. Okay, and of course, through aptitude, one can look into problem solving skills, time management skills, decision making skills. A lot more skills are embedded within one word, aptitude. So we'll go through that. And as we go along, once we develop certain skills, the core skills I call it as, from technical to non-technical skills, we'll also let you know, guys, okay, what sort of, let's say, major recruiters, what sort of patterns do they follow in terms of recruitments, their testing process, all of that. We will have a fair discussion and how to go about it. We'll look into it. And as you understand, my dear participants, there's always a need in the industry, and there can be a momentum shift can happen as we progress with technologies. It's up to us to really catch up with those changes and fit in that particular need gap. I call it as when we do a needs analysis, we get a gap, between the requirement and what we have. So this is where I want you youngsters focusing more on the skill gap, which can take you up there. Okay, so yes, we're going to discuss that big time sooner or later. I mean, when it's sooner, I'm planning to do it today itself. The skill gap. We'll try to look into it, to how to fit into the right candidature and all that. So one last word, a last point rather, before I hand it over to the next person. I always feel this transformation of industry will be ever changing, and from academics, as we look up to reaching up to our career goals, I see a trend where projects are becoming real-time projects, becoming as turnkey projects with industries, industry with the sector-wise requirements and all that. And slowly, as you see, like every semester, projects are coming into picture big time. So it should be project-driven, internship-based. Recruitment will be the norm of the day. I think with all of that information to you guys, thanks so much for coming on line this time. And it will be a fruitful and a rewarding time that we'll spend with each other. Thank you so much, ExcelR Management and others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anand. I believe your practical guidance, strategies for the campus recruitment, and the valuable tips for interviews and career preparation will surely help the learners who have joined in for today and for the entire 15 days journey. And I believe they would be even more confident than they are today. Thank you very much again.
Thanks, Nitya.
So now I would request Mr. Amar Shivate to give a quick walkthrough on the LMS.
Yeah,
I would
sure.
also like to highlight here that this session would be purely on the quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability. And in continuation to this, the next month we will have the coding skills, the technical campus recruitment training, which will be happening. So those who are participating for this program, I would request them to again participate for the next program, which will be more on the technical campus recruitment training. All right. So, Amar, over to you. You can give a quick walkthrough on the LMS.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, dear writing minds, I am here to give you the quick walkthrough onto the LMS portal. Okay. So, I know that you are eagerly waiting to start the class. But once on a day one, we set the expectations. So, from day two onwards, you will be having everything in your hands. You have to join the session on a timely basis and we'll start the class, right? So a couple of you already know that what is the use of LMS, what is the LMS, how to access the portal. A couple of there are new candidates who joined today. Yes. So LMS is known as a learning management system. And by using the LMS portal, you can access the session recordings, whatever we are going to cover for the next 15 days. You can access the study material, let it be Word, PPT, any practice files, any question papers, company questions paper. You can join the session from the portal, and even you can take the session from the portal itself. Okay. So yes, how we can access the LMS portal? So the moment once you register on a website, ExcelR free course registration website, immediately you are getting the emails from our side. Okay. So if you're a first time user and first time you are attending ExcelR training program, then you will receive under 2 emails. The first email with the subject LMS portal account details by ExcelR. Okay. And in that mail, you will find the portal link, that is nothing but the LMS URL, email address, that is your own mail ID, registered mail ID, that is the username, and system generated password. And a second email which you will find, that is a welcome email. Just a minute, guys. So second email which you will find, that is a welcome email. Welcome to the SDP on CRT Campus Placements by ExcelR. This is just a confirmation email that you have access for this program. Those who are already attending any of our previous program, they will be receiving only welcome email, and using the previous credentials, you have to do a sign in. Suppose now you are not able to find the mail, the previously which you received. So I will give you the idea on that as well, how you can update your password and log into the LMS portal. I'm so sorry. So here we have portal link, right? mylearning.excelr.com. I have my username and password with me. Now I want to process with the login. So what I will do, I will click on this link, this URL, and it will take me through that particular dashboard, or it will take me through the Chrome. So now I'm just resharing my screen. I clicked onto the link and it's reverted here on this login or sign in page. Okay. Here I have to provide my credentials. You guys are already having credentials with you. Username is your own mail ID and system generated password. Suppose, as I said that you already attended any of our previous program and now you only received the welcome email. So how to proceed? So you have option here to forget your password. If you are not remembering password, you can utilize this option, add your registered mail ID, click on send instructions. Okay. And then you will receive one email to update your password. Once this done, you can utilize the same password, that mail ID, and you can process with the sign in. Okay. So now if I provide the details and I click on sign in, two things will happen. It will take me to the dashboard. Yes. Or second, it will give me the error that something is wrong. You're adding space, your mail ID is not correct. There is something missing into the password. So while adding the details, if you are copying your password from the mail as well, just make sure that you are not copying any extra character or miss space. So I provide my details. I'm clicking onto the sign in. Okay. So as I'm having my own Google account attached to this mail ID and it's linked to the particular LMS portal. So it will take me to the dashboard. Okay. So here you can check once I provide my details successfully, I landed here onto the dashboard and I'm able to see the couple of options. Back to homepage, community, leaderboard, dashboard, purchase history. Here you have help button and the top of right corner you have profile option. I'm clicking onto the profiles. I'm clicking onto the settings. Okay. So system generated password is a little bit lengthy and always we are not able to keep in mind or copy paste, right? So the rest of that in a profile itself, once you are going to complete your first time sign in, so you can check here in a profile in a settings option, you have option to use the password. Okay, here you have, so update the password, whatever you want. Okay, and just type that password once again here. Once the both passwords are going to be matched, update password button will be enabled and you can utilize that password from next time onwards. You can set up your enter profile as well. This is not like you have to set up, it's up to you, but updating password which will be helpful for you to access account quickly. Okay, so whenever you want to join the session. Okay, so now then back to homepage. Suppose if you are there in the homepage, you are not able to see your course, the dashboard is not visible. So homepage is something where our products like internships for AP government, then a credit-based course from Mass Comm and so on plus are available here. You can go through that later on definitely. If you are here on this page, you can click on a profile, make sure that you are going to the dashboard. Okay. Then we have community leaderboard. Coming to the community, it works as a WhatsApp community. So if any communication, if you want to share regarding to this program, so that message will be reflecting there in a community. Then leaderboard. So as per my understanding, couple of you nowadays only not only tech people but non-tech people also having the understanding about the hacker rank lead code, how it works, right? How it's supporting. Similarly, so ExcelR LMS portal currently like used by around 8 lakh plus learners. Okay. And whatever the practice they are doing, whatever the videos are they watching, whatever the coding assessment they are solving, upon that they are getting XPace. Okay. And that XPace will be printed here from the all learners. Okay. Then dashboard. This is something important thing. Okay. A dashboard because we will be receiving all the information on dashboard itself. First of all, how we can join the session. Okay. So you can check here a live session for today. In that, for me, there are a couple of live sessions I'm able to see, but our focus is on today's SDP. All right. So you can check here if I scroll down, SDP on CRT Campus Placement, a day one. I'm clicking on that. Once I click on that, there I will find the two options. Okay. So join the Zoom meeting if you're struggling or if your network is not supporting, we're live on YouTube as well. So YouTube participants, whatever the query or questions you have, you can post into the chat box. We'll take it off live chat. You can post it. Okay. One more thing, just clicking on mark as present will not mark your presentee. For that, there is a different mechanism. So I will explain about that as well. Okay. So now let me go back to the dashboard. We're done with the how to join the session using the Zoom and YouTube. Now secondary, how we can access the recording material attendance, right? So if I scroll down below my live session today tab, I have option of enroll courses. And the first course itself, you can check here as a SDP on CRT Campus Placement. I'm clicking on that. Yes. I'm clicking on that. Then what next? You can check here. Agenda, right? Attendance and feedback link, a live session, session recording, and material, right? So agenda here will get the glance like what actually we are going to cover in the next 15 days, right? So whenever we are starting our journey, we need to have the understanding that what is the distance, how we are traveling, right? So likewise, whenever we are going to start or start any program, here you will get the understanding that yes, so these are the things why to attend this program, what are the importance. Once you go through the agenda, that will be helpful for you. And then again, you can do some practice on top of it as well, what we covered as per the topics, right? Then attendance and feedback link. Here, the important part, guys. Okay. So coming to the attendance and feedback, this link here you are able to see. If I click on that, currently it's not active. Okay. And you are able to see one notification. The link will be active in between 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. So, dear gentlemen, okay, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, to all, make sure that you are submitting your attendance in that particular 1 hour only. Sharp at 9:30, automatically the attendance will be closed. Okay, the first thing. Second thing, 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate of participation. Second thing. Third thing, now, like I just explained about the LMS. Like I'm not expecting 100% of you are going to access the LMS portal right now because couple of you are not registered or couple of you are going to register or you are struggling somewhere to update the password and all those things. So don't need to worry. Our team will be sharing the attendance link in the chat box as well. At 8:30, sharp at 8:30, you will be receiving the link. Before that, don't start spamming the chat box, that attendance link. It will disturb the entire class. So first of all, focus on to the learning journey. The rest of thing, ExcelR team will take care about the attendance sharing, link and everything. Join a session every day on a time. You will get everything on a time. Don't worry about that part, okay? Now, clear on the attendance part. You Zoom, YouTube, both participant. If you are unable to access the LMS portal, now at the current moment, no need to worry. You will be receiving the link sharp at 8:30 in your chat box for the Zoom people and in the live chat for the YouTube people. Clear? Below that live session, which I already explained how you are going to join the session, then we have option of session recordings, that is the day-wise session recordings. So whatever the 15 days we are going to cover, so all the days recording are day-wise in a sequence, it will be available here and you can utilize that for the next 1 year. That will be 365 days and material as well. So practice files or any important file what sir wants to share with you presentation. So definitely that will be also available here. So yes, that's all from my side about the LMS portal. If you guys are having any query or any question, keep posting into the chat box, directly share with me or my team members. I will take it forward. Okay. Don't worry if you're not able to access the LMS, we are there. In the future as well, if you are going to face any issue, any difficulty about the LMS portal, not only about the LMS upcoming program, future things, anything. So you can feel free to reach out to us via our help option. So you can check here, help button is there. You can put your query here, click on the send query. We'll get the mail, we'll get back to you, right? So the mail ID, again, I will give on top of you. If you're not able to access the LMS, how you will come here, right? So edl@excelr.com, just write it down. Not required to write as well. edl@excelr.com, right? So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for listening and happy learning with ExcelR. Thank you. Nitya, over to you.
Thank you, Amar, for a quick walkthrough on the LMS. Now let the session start, where I would just hand over the session to Mr. Anand. Anand, over to you. Yes, even if you have not registered, you can still register to the link. We would request the moderator to add the registration link and you can register even now. Yeah, over to you, Mr. Anand.
Thank you, Nithya, again, and Amar for guiding through students how to go about it on the LMS. So, good evening to all my participants. Hope my voice is so clear and and the video as well. Okay. If chat is enabled, can you guys ping a quick yes, please? Is it possible for you all to ping a yes? Oh, I've started with Sudarshan to getting, yeah, Dikshita, Dia, Maria. Yeah. Thanks for flooding with all your yeses. Let's start on a positive note. I'm going to share my PowerPoint today as to how to orient you guys. Just bear with me for a while. Just a moment. Just a while. Oh, yes. Just opening my PowerPoint. So, yes, just a moment. I'll start my slideshow from the beginning. Oh, yes, we'll start with our campus recruitment training. And to give you a fair introduction about CRT, my dear friends, it actually stands for Campus Recruitment Training. And as most of you are still aware that this campus recruitment training in the past and to the present and how it's going to shape up in the future. All right, okay. So it's at the very basic levels to begin with. The first and the foremost screening levels on campus recruitment training is definitely aptitude. Or in these days, I'm seeing a trend where certain companies, they want to test your CAT. I call it, it's not CAT, the CAT at the IM levels and all that. No. This time, this CAT is called as a communication assessment test and all that. So in this 30 hours, we'll be focusing more on the aptitude front as others have already revealed it to you guys. So So the first level is definitely going through with aptitude, skills, and all that. They'll screen you up. Along with this, these days they also have technical skills being tested in the same online assessment test as aptitude come technical test and all that. So you'll appear for that. And of course, once you clear that, you move on to the next levels. And these days, if it's a high tech jobs, the second round of screening process can definitely be a technical, we call it a subject matter expert level interview or screening, where you'll find at least a strong technical person from that organization will sit in front of you and will ask you to execute few tasks technically, and those who clear that will eventually move on to the next round. Sometimes this next round can be more of how can you able to understand, let's say, a particular case study with regards to your domain, which can be asked these days because HRs are a bit challenging and they want good candidates to be screened and selected. So they prefer to have these days something called as case study analysis, and of course group discussion. The more the technical it is, they also these days give you some domain specific group discussions as well. When it's a domain, it's a cyber security. I'm just giving an example: cyber security and its threats as a group discussion topic for, let's say, IT, CSE guys, and of course EC guys. These kind of domain based GDs or any particular case study where a data breach happened and how you guys look at it, all that can be asked these days. And group discussion can be more of general topic to, of course, as I just told you guys, it can also be a bit technical as well, domain specific and all that. So please let's go towards that in a constructive manner. So I'm heading into it. So observe my dear. So what is a campus recruitment training is all about? It's a structured preparatory program for final or pre-final year students for them to scale up to their career aspirations. Very simple. This is exactly, it's a structured preparatory program. I always feel you follow systematically anything, the probability of you reaching the destination of anything, be it career, be it anything, definitely your destination is not that far away when you have a structured approach. So that's why even for your placements, you youngsters have to be so structured towards your approach, okay? And you got to seriously analyze your skill gaps, your skill levels and all that, and strengthen your weaknesses, my dear friends. This is my humble line over here, which I want you to listen to me so well. I repeat what I said: strengthen your weaknesses with respect to, let's say, placement readiness. This is a fantastic phrase that I want you youngsters to really look into it. So let's be more structured. As of now, we have structured this particular program for 30 hours, keeping in mind what are the key elements which can be tested with you people for your placement programs and all that. So it's a 30-hour preparatory program that is on for you guys. Okay. Now, what are we focusing on? We are focusing on majorly on the aptitude front, minimally on the technical skills, and mid-level with soft skills to excellent campus placements. This is the norm for 30 hours that we have kept, because the technical skills over here, we cover only the basics of, let's say, common IT skills and all that. Okay. So on the aptitude front, of course, definitely we do cover all the major areas, in the sense like the major areas, right from quantitative aptitude to logical reasoning and to verbal abilities. All these three areas are really looked deep into it for your better understanding. So moving on. Okay. Why this particular training? To have a better vision on your career and prospects, your career prospects. So this is what the bottom line for this entire program. As you will start to listen and try to analyze more and be more. I always say, guys, be more so strong with your inquisitiveness to learn. Keep that particular thing big on your mind and follow my words. See how am I taking you through with all the questions, how to answer those questions, all of that. So I'm still moving ahead, and let's come into aptitude, which is the major part that we're going to focus on. So aptitude training. Who can answer? What does exactly this word aptitude stands for? APTITUD. Anybody can try doing on your chat box. Give me an answer. What's this word aptitude stands for? You can answer that. Let me know your check. Yeah. Hope you're doing it. What's aptitude, youngsters? Come on. Who can answer this? What's the meaning of the word aptitude? In other words, knowledge, natural skill. I'm getting a lot of answer. Natural abilities. Ability, it means a natural ability to solve problems is problem solving, Yogita. Still more answers? Problem solving ability is problem solving as such. How to approach problems, says Pooja. Natural thinking, checking your accuracy or speed. Anurag, it's all about, it's not about accuracy alone. Skill of mind, potential to acquire specific skills, says Saniha. Shivani, problem solving skills, perform in a specific area, says Anya. Intelligence to solve problems, says Smitha. Capacity to acquire specific skills is skill acquirement, isn't it? Time to do something. Okay, I have some answers there. Talent or okay. Aptitude to set a question used to analyze the individual's knowledge. Innate ability, says Muni Krishna. I like the answers. So overall, it's simply a talent, a skill or ability. I don't test to know our skills. We can say practice. No, it's not about practice. Okay, I'll share my experience with you guys. This is my 26th year of work experience as such. Okay, my first ever job when I joined a company called as DSQ Software, which was there way back. It was in top 10 of IT companies in the late 90s and all that. You'll find this company. Thanks for your answers, my dear youngsters. Please hold it for some time. I'm sharing my experience about what is this aptitude is all about. Okay, and back in those days when I passed out of college. Guys, okay, hold on. Let's hold on your answers for a while. Okay, I'll just even type it for you guys. Hold it. Okay, listen up. Yeah, hold it for some time, guys. Okay. So I had my first manager, Mr. Dimitri Mascarenas, who's a Portuguese descent person. That means their forefathers were Portuguese, and it takes skill to even pronounce his name. And if somebody pronounces it wrong, he's not happy about it at all. I joined as an analyst back then. Okay, I want you to pay attention. Dimitri Mascarenas. So after, a set of freshers will join. Okay, after our college and all that, and after around about a month, okay, I was in the top performance levels and all that. So he has a good eye on me in the sense like he really nurtured me whenever I wanted to help and all that. So he pointed at few of my compatriots who joined along with me. A couple of them he showed his fingers at them, and he said their aptitude is not up to the mark, is what he said to me. I heard that as aptitude. That's ATTI. Okay, I'm just typing it for you just in case. I heard it as attitude, and I found them to be quite disciplined, and they don't create any ruckus. So I said to him, I replied to him, I found their attitude to be all right. Okay. That's when he laughed at me and he said, he calls me, though my name is Anand, he prefers to call me as Andy. He said, Andy, I didn't mean about attitude. He said aptitude, which means he gave a simple explanation, which means it's an ability to do something, okay, effectively. Put it across this way, okay? It's an ability to do something. That's all. That's the real answer. And we can add the word effectively. That's exactly his aptitude. That is why aptitude is tested upon you guys. I just type in for you guys. It's an ability to do something. Just think in mind the word effectively. Okay. Now you've been questioned on, let's say, math, that's numerical abilities, reasoning abilities, and verbal abilities put together in this modern world, in this, I call it as a competitive world. Okay. These three areas are called as real aptitude, okay, at students level. I told you about those three areas. I repeat it once again for you guys. I call it as numerical abilities or math. That's number one. Number two, logical abilities or reasoning abilities and all that. That's number two. And number three, verbal abilities. Okay. If you look deep into verbal abilities, it's all about English, comparative English. I put it that way. Comparative English. Okay. That's what they tested upon. These are the three areas they look into it. Okay. I hope, I want you youngsters also, I would always recommend to have your notepad and pen, virtual, real time. It doesn't matter to me. Always have this habit of picking notes, guys. I call it as parallel notes. Okay. If anybody teaches you anything, always sit with the notes. Okay. I mean, your notepads and be ready with it. And in the future, when you go meet, I mean, when you attend meetings, when you go meet important people, always, okay, capture those important points, because sometimes we have this ability to skip a little and all that. So which will help you guys in the long run. It also shows that you're so organized, okay, and you don't want to miss out on some key information. That shows your attention to details as well, in a way or the other. So I've made myself very clear, even in our sessions. I want you youngsters to keep a note of the important learnings. Obviously, will help you as much as possible, but it's your effort that you take up when you learn something and you write in your own handwriting or in your notepads. I'm talking about your virtual notepads. Definitely that's going to have a retention of what you learned as well. That's one more time learning. The more often that we learn on something, it can register in our brains a little quicker. Okay. So keep this in mind. So I want you youngsters to take notes as we go along. And because we're going to work out on sums, questions, all of that. So I want you youngsters to always be good at taking notes. And I'm moving on. Okay. So just a moment. Okay. Please have a look at our slide. So those are the three areas, as I told you. Okay, we're going to focus more on. So here we go. Yeah, please have a look at this particular slide, which I've prepared for you guys. So this campus recruitment training program, it's a very well structured program for final or pre-final years for focusing on their career aspects. And what are those areas that they're going to focus mostly on is definitely given out here. Just a moment. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. So it's focusing on enhancing your aptitude, technical skills, and soft skills to excel in campus placements. That's the bottom line. So I want you youngsters to really follow me carefully. Okay, why? We already discussed that to have a better vision on career and prospects. I've given that as in block letters. I'm moving on to the next slide. So aptitude training, it's essential for preliminary screening. Just can't ignore it, my dear youngsters. I've seen people who have ignored learning aptitude. They've always kicked themselves a lot. Why didn't I spend some time on it? Because I've always seen people approaching trainers later. So can you teach me this, that, teach me that, and all that. And it's all about the first time when you give a go for a learning. I want you youngsters to be so good at grasping things. And one more thing I'll let you know right now, my dear friends. Sitting in front of the HR and stating about your finest qualities and tell me about yourself and all of that. One of the key areas that I want you all to focus is to show to the HR that how good are you in terms of grasping or learning things that good, and have the retention capacity to prove it to people around that you're an application oriented person. Okay, so I'll move on. And the next point which I want you all to do, think about it, is we plan for an intensive coaching on numerical or quantitative abilities, because the moment you speak about aptitude, the first and foremost
Excuse
thing,
me, Mr. Anand.
Yes,
Sorry
please.
for interruptions, but your slides are not like visible since beginning.
Is it so?
Yeah. Students are also like mentioning this thing in the chat box.
Just a moment, let me have a look. I've shared my screen, and
I think you should stop the screen and again you should like do it.
just a moment.
Yes, Anand, from long time, there's a screen of yours, which is day one only stagnant for long time. So I thought you're still in the discussion and we were waiting.
No, not really. I'm just went ahead. Am I not audible first? Am I?
You are audible,
Okay.
but the screen which you have shared shows your desktop. Day one, campus recruitment training.
Just a moment.
You can stop it and maybe reshare. Maybe it's frozen.
Just a moment. What is the screen that you see right now? Aptitude training, is it?
It's the left side. We do have the folders all, and the day one campus recruitment training folder. That is the
That is
PDF
how
for the PPT.
it's stopped
Yeah,
there.
that's how it is. Yes,
Basically, your window is being visible, not the PPT.
exactly.
Just a moment. Okay.
Or maybe you can stop your screen share and reshare it.
Can you what do you see now?
It's
Aptitude
still the
training?
same. Yeah, now it is aptitude training.
Thank you so much. I think it frozen for some time, I reckon.
Yes, that's right.
I'm sorry about it. I hope the screen is visible for people to look at now on aptitude training, and I've have 3 bullet points on it. I stopped at analytical or logical abilities. That's where we're going to go now. So guys, can you able to see
Thank
that?
you, Pratap, sir.
Is it visible now? I just want a quick answer from people around. Oh yes, thank you. Okay, all right. All right, okay. So the third bullet point that I have for you guys is called as analytical or logical abilities. I think this particular ability is such an important ability for a person to reason out. For example, if there's a developer, a product developer, should be so good at understanding logic, understanding numbers, how to arrive at conclusions, all of that. So this is one skill which is going to matter a lot for any particular position, if you ask me. Okay, I'll move on to the next one. Verbal abilities. I told you aptitude forms these 3 areas big time in this competitive world. That is quantitative abilities, logical abilities, and verbal abilities. And as I said earlier, verbal abilities is all about competitive English. Okay, where English can be tested upon you guys right from structure, that is grammar, to vocabulary, to let's say, error correction, or even more if you can look at it like reading comprehension, parajumbles, etc. Okay, so you should give equal importance to these three areas, because every other company, they do have their own let's say section wise cutoff marks. Please observe, my dear youngsters. That means quantitative abilities has a particular cutoff marks for you guys to get qualified as well. That means in these three areas, it's quantitative, logical, and verbal abilities. You have a particular section marks that you have to, be eligible to clear. For example, it's usually kept at around 60%. Sometimes they can go up to 70 or 50, depending on the difficulty levels of the question. So that means in each of these areas, in each of the three areas, students have to score decent to move on to clear the entire round. Somebody's so good at, let's say, math alone, will do so good in quantitative abilities. They may not be good at English, so they'll not score good marks in English. Hence, they may be disqualified. So that's why I'm saying, please give greater importance or equal importance to all three areas, and keep in mind about your accuracies, because these days accuracies does matter. And every other question that you've taken, if you're so right, go give it a go. If you're unsure of your answer, don't do inky pinky ponky, just reserve your answer, because I've seen people who attempt to limited number of questions. That is, you should know the math. For example, if there are 10 questions, 6 should be at least right, or 7 at least right. Okay, you don't have to attempt all the other 3 as well. So keep this in mind. So there is a sectional cutoff for in aptitude tests. So please be careful about it, my dear youngsters. Moving on. Okay, technical training. I would call it as, these days you'll find big time companies, they conduct both aptitude and technical tests, or technical assessment they call it as. Okay, at the same time. Okay, so if you say like 150 marks are dedicated, 75 is given to apti, and the other 75 is given to, let's say, technical skills and all that. And since there are so many domains available, IT, EC, some management students can be there, etc. So there are domain specific questions will be asked. All right, and data structures, example, and all that. So people have to prepare accordingly over here as well, and make sure again your accuracy matters, because again I told you, sectional cutoff is still applicable for every other, let's say, test that you take up. So these days it's mandatory. I'll move on. Okay, for example, if it's IT, computer science guys and all that, AI, etc. Okay, these skills matters a lot: programming, coding, etc., data structures and all that. So technically you have to be so good in these areas. I'm giving just few of the examples of technical training. I want you youngsters to really pay attention. Data structures, guys, IT guys and CSE guys, be strong with your data structures. It matters a lot. Okay, so I'll still move ahead. Okay, domain specific questions and technical interview questions can be asked. That's why after this aptitude test, my friends, when you move into the next level of technical training, you'll be exposed to technical learning more, and what kind of questions can be asked as, let's say, MCQs, that's multiple choice questions, and what kind of technical questions can be asked during a subject matter experts level of interview. So all of that you'll learn in technical training. And the last thing which I have mentioned out here is called as company specific questions. As we go along in the later part of our trainings, okay, we can look into some of the bulk recruiters, as I told you earlier about TCS, Accenture, CTS, etc. Okay, even these days, you'll find some top auditing firms like Deloitte, EY, you have KPMG, PwC. Those kind of companies, what I mentioned right now, should be enticing probably management graduates, BBA, BCom, any business related commerce guys. Okay, so those kind of companies, they look out for data analysts, okay, to data specialists as well. So if you guys are good at those areas, okay, these companies, they're into auditing and also consulting. So they look for such people. So we'll slowly get into company specific questions as well. And the next area that we're going to focus is soft skills and communication. In this aptitude training, it's a part and parcel of it. So please pay attention. So though it says soft skills, it's not that soft, to be honest. I must let you know. Generally speaking, my youngsters, skills are classified into two types: hard and soft skills. Nothing but technical, non-technical skills. So I want you to observe these kind of skills. I'm going to rack it up under soft skills. Just have a look at it, please, everybody. Okay. The moment you say soft skills and communication, it can be clubbed together as, okay, let's say language proficiency, occultist. I'm being so particular now, and behavior put together. That comes under soft skills, my youngsters. Okay. So I want you to have a look at it. So why it's important? Because language proficiency matters, and English is the hidden agenda in it. And my youngsters, when I talk about English, if you want to go abroad later on, if you're not taking placements, okay, for your higher studies, literally every other university will ask for your TOEFL or an IELTS score, where your professional English is being tested out there. Whether are you eligible to, are you good enough to understand, okay, levels of English so that you can take up your classes a little later when you join universities in abroad, especially in North America, United Kingdom, of course, Canada. Okay, so many other European countries. They still want your English proficiency be up there. And guys, needless to say, generative AI. If you know the art of how to ask and get things done from AI, still your English proficiency matters. So youngsters, don't ignore it. And I really want you to put your efforts on your English levels as well. I'll move on to the next one. Okay, as I told you, when the moment you think about soft skills, your language proficiency comes into picture. And of course, now behavioral skills. How do you behave, okay, with people around? And that's been observed through a few areas. The body language, which matters, the way you speak, the way you move your hands, the way you have your alignment of your body from head to toe. There's something called as proxemics I've given out here, which means even the distance that you maintain between people shows your behavior. I hope you listen to me well, my dear friends. That's called as proxemics. Proximal is closer. Okay. And you all know the suffix ending with ICS refers to study of a particular subject. And proxemics here, well, means a study of maintaining distance between people. I think this should be learned as well, because it's always good to know, okay, how people approach and the distance what they maintain shows their decency and all that. If anybody who comes within 1 arm distance, my dear guys, within 1 arm distance, I'm saying, okay, they should be very close to you. Not many people can come into that particular zone. And you guys have to be so careful. If people are accessing that particular 1 arm distance zone, that means they wanted to be close with you. Okay, one can even find out their intentions clearly. So you got to be very careful about it. So I'm just giving you a heads up about what is proxemics. Attitude re-engineering. Okay. Students these days, yeah, you got to check your attitude, my youngsters. Don't take me wrong if I say this. There have been days when I've been invited to certain colleges for any events. Sometimes some students, as I walk by, they even, but unknowingly, or sometimes knowingly, I'm not sure. They sometimes shoulder me. They hit my shoulder and they walk off without even any remorse or asking for a sorry. And sometimes they stamp my feet a little. And I've hardly seen people asking for sorry these days. And yes, attitude matters. That's when HRs come into picture. I'm telling you right now, my friends. You start off with aptitude screening, you end up with attitude screening by the HRs. Now I'll tell you very important logic, my youngsters. No matter how good are you in your aptitude, in your technical skills, if you don't have the right attitude, I'm sure most of the HRs won't pick you, my youngsters. Okay. I was also involved in recruitment in many of the companies that I have worked, because people come in for the last round of interview with me because I was heading few departments. So if in order to take a person from a department, the last round, okay, they'll ask me to screen. If you like the candidate, we'll offer them an offer letter and they'll make me to sit in front of me. So I'll be testing a bit on the technical and of course on the attitude front. If I'm not happy about their attitude, well, I'll definitely say no to their candidature. You ask any HR, my dear guys, no matter how good the candidate is, if they have a poor attitude, they don't take them in. The simple reason is attitude matters. A negative attitude is a viral attitude which will spread so fast. And people always do not, hey, that person, you are allowing that person coming late, you're allowing that person doing this, that, why don't we also be allowed, and all that, okay? So watch out, have a good attitude, my youngsters. We'll look into what's that as well a little later. And professional etiquette, that's where we're going to end our class. I mean, at the end of the 30th hour, all these things will be covered. Professional etiquette, the moment you talk about professional etiquette, it's all about corporate etiquette, how to again behave. And these are some of the skills that if you guys have it, it's an added bonus, extra. Some of them are given out here, like presentation skills, negotiation skills. I think I call these skills are so necessary in this modern day, my dear guys. And the last one, which I've given it to you, is conducting oneself to one-to-many people situations. You have to understand that way. I mean to say how to interact, transact. Look at the words I'm using: interact or transact with the communication with one-to-one, one-to-many scenarios. Either ways, you guys should be so good at interacting with people around. And that's why I always advocate to my students, if you want to highlight your skill sets, don't just write it as communication skills. I would want you guys to write down as interpersonal skills. Inter means between, personal means between people, and what skill would you require to communicate with them and all that, okay, will matter. Okay, it's not just oral communication, it's written communication, non-verbal communication, all those ways that one can communicate through their body orientation, etc., and all that. So please have a professional etiquette maintained. In the past, we used to screen people by observing them. We'll make them to sit inside a room when we do some bulk recruitments, and we'll observe them from CCTV cameras, and where there is not just the visual we get it, we have secretly hidden microphones, so we also get to listen to, we make them to sit there for a few hours, 1 or 2 hours, okay, to understand their attitude as well, their behavior. So those who show poor attitude, we've even, yes, of course, in the past we've even sacked them right away. We won't select them at all. In other words, I'll move on. I still want you to pay attention. Okay, the next slide. It's all about placement preparation. Okay, where are we heading towards? After our major learning with the aptitude front, okay, we move on to placement preparation, resume building. This is all the more important at the later part of your profile creation, my youngsters. Your resume should be impactful, number one. And these days, it should be, you ask any major HRs, many major companies HRs, they'll always say your resume should be ATS friendly. Who came across this particular term called as ATS acronym? If you know it, can you guys ping it? Youngsters, could you able to ping what do you know about ATS? If anybody come across that? Yes or no? I want you all to please communicate quick. Anurag says ATS means check resume, check the resume. What else? Resume checker. Yes, some of you are aware. Applicant tracking system, Nagapujita Rayavaram. Brilliant answer. It's called as, yes, no, forget about the resume checker, guys. Don't call it in simpler terms. Call it the right terms. Applicant tracking system is called as ATS. So, yeah. Thanks for okay, all your answers. Let's hold it now. I just type it, hold it. Thank you. Yeah. Applicant tracking system, Dikshita. Yes, got it. Thanks for all your answers, guys. Thanks for flooding with your answers. I'm really overwhelmed. Please listen up, my dear guys. So we'll look into how to create an impactful resume. Yeah. Tejshwani, Shiva, Harita, please hold on. Okay, we're into it, don't worry. Yeah, Meghna, stop that. Okay, so listen to me. So we will look into ADS as well, how to create an ATS friendly resume, because companies like Amazon, Microsoft, you name the top-notch organizations, they will screen your profile with keywords listed by the HR for the particular role and match it with the resume. And the threshold level they keep it is 80%. 80%, okay, of keywords matching is what they look forward for. I'm just typing it for you guys to understand. 80% keywords matching is what they keep it at the level. So you have to be really careful about it. I'll move on to the next one. I want you youngsters to still stay connected. Okay, so you guys have to also prepare upon your group discussions or case study analysis there. So your practice sessions will definitely with us will improve your overall performance in group discussion or case study. So what the key focus that they'll be focusing upon is the content, how you create and present content, and then how do you communicate, okay, in front of the group, and how well you manage yourselves, okay, in front of the group. All of that, okay, we'll be discussing in it. Of course, mock interviews. We will definitely conduct few mock interviews with people around with you guys, and how HR technical interview will happen. Okay, we will do that as well. So this is what you can expect ahead of us. Okay, and just a minute. Okay, you guys have to understand there are two types of major recruiters these days. One is product based, and the other one is service based. I would humbly request all my students who are attending this particular session to look at product based companies first. Please observe, my youngsters. Who can offer? I mean, if you guys are serious about your career, look into product based companies. Companies which can develop products, systems, big time. And there'll be always, if you have to develop a particular system or a product, it's going to be time consuming. So that also lengthens your career span as well with any organization. So please look into that. Service based, and of course, if you look into these two kind of companies, product based companies requires high caliber people for sure. Don't take me wrong, there's a reality. And of course, they also pay handsomely over there. And service based let's say companies, they'll offer service-based jobs like, for example, let's say call center executives, chat support, and stuff like that. So where the packages will not be that attractive, and let's say agentic AI and all that, the whole of the service industry is now, okay, people deployed in service industry, they're going to have a tough time. Take my word, in the near future, look at the number of people losing out jobs in service-based companies, my dear friends. AI is definitely threatening, and it has its own plan in terms of agentic AI and all that. So watch out, guys. Please be smart enough to pick up jobs product-based. That's my humble suggestion. And I'll move on to the next one. please look into. Okay, what are these product-based companies? I've also given you already a heads up about it. Okay, product-based companies such as, I'm giving the major ones, Google, Microsoft, Adobe, and Amazon. What they actually do, they develop and sell softwares or hardware products, and they focus more on innovation, scalability, and high quality user experience. We call it as EX, okay, UEX and all that. So tech giants, I've given you some names already. Okay, these are seriously greater product-based companies. If you talk about tech giants, Microsoft, Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, SAP, you can even have an Indian company called Zoho these days, doing so well. And software, or SaaS, means software as a service. Okay, again, Adobe comes here into picture, Salesforce, VMware, Atlassian, again, Zoho is again here. Okay, Zoho is slowly considered to be a technical giant these days. That's why I kept Zoho a little higher. But anyways, it's here as an SaaS company. FinTech and others, PayPal, ChargeBee, Unifo, Intellect Design Arena, etc. You even see these days, my friends, MasterCard as a company, they call themselves as FinTech. They're known as credit card, payment-based company and all that. But then these days, they're happy enough to call themselves as FinTech and all that. And let's look into some product-based company in terms of hardware engineering, okay, where hardwares are produced for a system to function and all that. We have, yes, Cisco, Qualcomm, Intel, Texas Instruments. These kind of companies, they offer wonderful hardware-related jobs, especially into manufacturing, research and development kind of opportunities. You'll get it. I'll move on to the next slide. The service-based companies primarily involved in IT services, consulting and outsourcing to clients, including giants like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture. These are all, and Cognizant is called a CTS as well. These are all service-based companies in our country, which I call it as Indian-based services company. So these are the list of top IT services companies that I have for you guys. Most of the jobs are service-based. Some are, listen to me guys, some are product-based here. So you can have a look at these companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, Cognizant, HCL, Tech Mahindra, Capgemini, IBM. IBM is a multinational company. I call it as foreign MNC here. DXA Technologies. Okay, look at what do they do next to it. It's all given out for you guys. These are all the major services companies in India. And especially those who are BBA, BCom, and management students, please look into these top 4 auditing companies and consulting firms. That's Deloitte, KPMG, Ernst & Young, and PwC. So these kind of companies, you guys can get seriously good positions as analysts, okay, data analyst, etc. All of that. Please, those, whereas engineering guys can look at these kind of companies for the role of data engineer, data specialist, to data analyst, and data scientist as the last level, where it's one of the most highly paid jobs these days as data scientists. So I hope some of you students can study data science, AI, and DS. So for those guys, these kind of companies can give a good heads up. All these are consulting firms. So data has looked so well and deep into it, guys. I'm moving on to the next one. Okay, eligibility criteria. You look at any other organization, they have certain criteria they've kept for choosing the right candidates. All I want you all to remember is the top one, which I've given you, my dear youngsters. Minimum graduation is a must. I don't want to sound like a typical old age Indian, but then still, for example, you take the example of Amazon. It's a US based company. In the US, they don't ask for a graduation. Okay, that's mandatory graduation to join Amazon. But in India, they wanted graduation, my dear guys. And they also have certain numbers, like here I've given you, with 80% for top tier companies. Okay, that is something they keep in mind like anything. They'll give this first particular criterion that, okay, no backlogs with 80%. Okay, performance. You understand, 80% performance. It's 8 CGPA or 80% and all that. That's one particular thing which I've seen with top recruiters as the first eligibility criteria. The next one is strong in aptitude and attitude, of course, because that's why they screen it that way. And this time I've given it as applied technical skills. How do you apply your technical skills on the assessments and all that? Okay, all they look into it. Strong in interpersonal skills. I told you about communication. It's taking a new age shape. It's called as interpersonal skills these days, because Tom, Dick, and Harry will say that I'm good in communication, but how many are good in interpersonal skills, which covers a wide area of communication, okay, including negotiation skills, including presentation skills, okay? All of that comes under interpersonal skills, my dear friends, okay? So it matters. And the last one, guys, I've written down as optional, but then still we must be knowing it. General awareness and current affairs. Some of you may have some greater perspectives in terms of serving our country as a civil servant and all that. Some may wanted to even join defense services and all that. Okay, government jobs, you still be tested upon general awareness and current affairs and all that. Okay, so guys, look into these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas that I've mentioned here. I can bet this, my friends. If anybody who's good at all these areas which I've mentioned right now, and if they claim I don't get a job in our country and abroad as well, I'm even saying that, okay? I challenge you, they will get a job. They can't say I don't get a job if they're good at these areas. My threshold level is always 80% to 90. Okay, they're good at 80%, good at aptitude and attitude, 80% good at technical skills as a fresher, good at interpersonal skills, 80% again, good at general awareness and current affairs, 80% again. They are bound to get a job. I can tell you that much, my friends. You take this a very serious one. These 5 points that I mentioned out here. If people are good at it, they're going to get jobs. Find anybody who's not getting a job in the market, any of your seniors having a negative mindset and saying, hey, I'm not getting a job. Okay, all of that. I can bet you they're not good at these areas. I can definitely bet you that way. Okay, so I'll ask you a question, my youngsters. Who can answer this? Who's the chairperson of Tata Group? Who can answer this quick? Just want to test your, let's say, current affairs or general awareness here. Who can answer that? Chairperson of Tata? Who can answer that? Who's the chairperson of Tata? Tata Group as such? Should I get a quick response from everyone? Do anybody know about it? Nobody's answering. I hope I'm not getting an answer called as Ratan Tata. Natarajan Chandrasekharan by Anurag, Shiva, Harita. I hope you guys didn't Google up. Okay, thanks for all the quick answers until Kalyani. Just hold it again. Anya, thanks for stating as Natarajan. Yes. I'll ask you another question. Who can answer this? Who's the General Secretary of UNO? Who knows it? Who's the General Secretary of UNO? A quick answer? Because I know UNO is not doing an efficient job these days, because somebody wrote as Antonio Guterres by Vanilla, Anya, Saniha. I hope you didn't Google it again, my dear friends. Guterres by Kusuma. Yeah, unfortunate. If you look at the geopolitics right now, I don't know what UN is doing these days, isn't it? Don't take me wrong. I don't want to create a controversy, but then US acting with supremacy over other countries and all that. Obviously, we tend to question UNO's role now, because as UNO have their own roles and responsibilities, and they're not doing a fair job at this point of time. Unfortunate, because US is flexing their muscles and showing the supremacy over other countries, as you all must be aware about it. Thanks for a quick answering. I'll still move ahead. Just observe. Let's do a self-assessment at your end, guys. Okay, just look at these 5 areas right now I have given out to you guys in front of you. Number 1, aptitude skills. Number 2 is attitude. Number 3 is applied technical skills. Whatever technical skills that you know. Your interpersonal skills, I've just taken that separately over here. Okay, and the last one, general awareness and current affairs. If you all can rate each of these skills on a scale of 10, that's why I've given #10. Do you understand? /10. Okay, if you guys can able to give a number in a fair manner, okay, that's almost your employability skill percentage if you multiply your score into 2. That because I've graded this for 50 marks over here. Okay, so if you just multiply the total sum, if you let's say if you have scored on all these 5 areas as 8 out of 10, that means you're 40 out of 50. On 100 it should be 80%, so you're 80% good. Okay, if you do your own self-analysis, you'll know where you stand. And if you please do this self-analysis and check all your weaknesses, and again I told you earlier, strengthen your weakness in a manner that you'll not be left behind by the job market. I want you guys to look into these 5 areas. If you're so strong in these 5 areas, getting a job and a career should be a cakewalk. Hope you get me. Guys, you guys can take down these 5 particular areas. Do your self-assessment and give your numbers there, my dear friends. Give your own numbers. And be fair. Don't be biased. Be so neutral on these skills. And grade out of 10. And that will show you an idea about your present scenario. Can you just ping your assessment out of 50 as of now? And I mean, why don't you convert it as 100? 50 assessment out of 100. That means whatever the scores that you score on each skills out of 10, add up, that's out of 50, multiply by 2, that's 100. Now, can you guys publish your numbers? I really want to see your numbers there. Everybody try pinging your numbers there. $50 says Chetan. Mekla, Mekla, are you 100? Yeah, I want it out of 100, Mekla, if that's a question. Praveen says he's good at 80%. Anish says 48. Anish is 48 out of 100. Kalyan says 96 out of 100. Azhar says 30. I see a variation here. It's good to know that Harish says 70. Sumit says 75. Kitran says 65. Radhika says 60. Yeah, Yoga, Tamil Selvan, Anurag, 70. Anya, 50. Pooja says 42, 60, 80. Maria says 80 again. Good to know these numbers. I'm happy. Ratna says 84. Ratna Deepika. 70 says Damyang. I've been observing your numbers. Hima Varshita says 40. Oh, there's a guy who says 90. There's a person. Okay. That means that person should be so good at large. Paraz, Smati. Yes. Thanks for really being so candid with the numbers, guys. And I hope at the end of this particular program, those numbers still have better numbers. That's my bottom line. Thanks. Arul Anand. Sirma Durai. Bhaskar. Thank you for all the numbers over there, my youngsters. Okay. I just want to quickly check another thing. Okay, this is the last slide which I'm going to focus for the day, my friends. This is how we end up with our orientation. Okay. Yes. If you guys can map your state of mind versus education, or your age, let's say I approximate you guys, you're all 20 years at this point of time. Every 5 years that you progress with your life, okay, I hope you are listening to me. Every 5 years you progress with your life, okay, right from a child from 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, the teenage starts over there, and then getting into the later part of the teenage, that's 16 to 20. I reckon most of you will be around that particular age group, anywhere around 18 to 22 or 23, probably that. Okay. So, can you guys focus and let me know, is the state of happiness, okay, of yours, in which particular stage was it better? As a child or as a teenager as we progress along? In other words, I'm just asking this question. The happiness, the happiness quotient of you guys, okay, was the best when you were a child or now? Can you answer this? Saniha says child immediately. Hima says now. I'm happy to know that. Anurag says child. Many of you says child now. Few child. Majorly, I'm getting a definite answer called this as a child. Okay, good, guys. Thanks for your response. I like the way you've been responding. Remain the same throughout the sessions, all 15 days, my dear youngsters. Thank you, guys. Hold up. Thanks for quick responses. Hold it again. Okay, hold it, guys. Thank you. Thanks for all your responses. And listen up, my dear friends. The reason why most of you are not feeling happy now is that the enjoyment levels of yours, my dear friends, the way you're enjoying your life, as you become competitive, right from, let's say, your schools to colleges now, so much of responsibilities you'll have to show upon and all that. And the kind of success what you enjoyed as a child, and even to get a toy or to get a bike now, or to get a premium mobile phone, for example. I'm just giving an example. These days you have a lot of disappointments, and yeah, a lot of questions as to insecure way of life. Will I be getting a right career? Will I be getting the right job? Will I get paid so well? All such questions, making you guys a little unhappy. Okay, and don't take me wrong, guys, I'm not blaming you, but then please look back at your performances over the period of time. If your performances, equating your practices, you'll be more happy, I'm telling you. When you put your lot of effort and your results are not coming out, or when you're having high aspiration, you prepare less and expect more, such kind of instances, you may be having a lot of disappointments. And that's why the happiness quotient has shrunken, I'm sorry, as you grew along, my dear youngsters. So let's expand the shrunken areas of your happiness. Let's explore that a little. That's why I said earlier, okay, convert the so-called your weaknesses, which you find it in your employability, convert that as a strength, my dear friends. Easily you'll get the confidence slowly and steadily and all that. And for that, the major solution that I have for you guys is time as an investor is what I've given it out here. Time is a healer. You invest as a time. Definitely, I said invest. I didn't say spend. I did not use the word spend your time. No, I'm specific out here. Invest your time on skills and projects, internships later on and all that. You'll never repent if you're career focused, my dear friends. Okay, the last and the least thing which I said again, I'm going to repeat one last time, your focus area. Focus on key areas which will matter for you to get a job to a career. Those are the skill gaps I told you earlier. Those 5 areas, where are you weak? Give a lot of input on it. Invest time on it. slowly you'll find, my dear friends, all of you, you'll move away from feeling that you're weak, you're insecure, to a strong and a potential candidate, and I can take up my life in a good manner. You'll slowly move towards the positive frame of mind. Okay, and let's explore the same happiness what you enjoyed as a child. Let's bring it back and let's move forward on this positive note. Okay, the orientation of day one is coming to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed learning so far. And somebody wants to oppose CPH 2695, you can ping in your question if you have any. Because if you have any questions, you can ping in right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, Harish, thank you. You're welcome, guys. Thanks for all your thanking. Yes. We look forward for a fruitful sessions to happen. Thanks, Ruben, for saying there's a good stuff. Yeah. Anurag, you'll be given entire schedule. No worries, please. See you tomorrow. Yes. Thanks, Ame. It'll be amazing as well as we go along. Mikla, we'll still learn more on the resume front. Don't worry. Good night to you, Paras. Have a sweet dreams as well. Thank you, everybody. Smriti, Mekla, Mohammed. Mohammed, I hope you fast as well. I mean, have a nice, grand dinner. Oh yeah. Thanks, Yogita. It's not just informative, it's a practical one, is what I believe. Thanks, Sham. Thank you still. Sachin, is not just communicating. I have good knowledge base as well. Thanks again, Avinash. Yeah. Most welcome, guys. Satish, Anurag. Thanks for showing your gratitude. I'm really happy. Thanks, Shantanu. Good stuff after a long time, Anish. Yes, you're gonna taste this often. Thanks, Sachin. Yeah. Well, thanks for taking your effort as well, Smriti. Yeah, everybody as well. Please put this effort. Your effort will not be wasted, my friends. Always, I keep telling my students, put your efforts, be dedicated. The outcome will favor you. Thank you again, my friends. Thank you so much. I'll take a leave, guys. Let's have a wonderful sessions in the near future. Yes. Who wants to speak up?
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for informative day one session. We'll definitely meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, so dear students, as informed, the attendance is very important, where you have to secure above 60% of attendance, then only you will all get the certificate. So the attendance link will be shared on a chat. I'm just sharing it again. I request please mark your attendance if you have not marked it. And about the LMS, if you guys have not received the LMS access still, I request please be waited till tomorrow. Like till tomorrow end of the day, you will all get the access. Those who have registered today, you will all get it by tomorrow end of the day. Okay. So yeah, I hope you all marked your attendance. I think we can wind up for the day. And yeah, and one more very important thing, from tomorrow, you will not get any kind of like Zoom link or YouTube link to your register mail ID as you got today. From tomorrow, you have to join to the LMS where which we have showed the how you have to join and how you will get the Zoom link. And also whatever the Zoom link has been used today, so on the same link you can join. So the same Zoom link will work for all the 15 days. So even you can use the Zoom link for all the 15 days. But the YouTube link will be different. You can access an LMS. Like you can click on YouTube link and you can join through YouTube and Zoom both. Either that or either this. You can join anywhere which you're okay with. Okay, fine. I think we are good to go. We will wind up for the day. Thank you all for joining. I request please join the session by tomorrow on time. That is from 7 p.m. So yeah, thank you all. Thank you for joining. Good night.